So here we are recording. Okay, fantastic. Go back. Hope you can all see me here. Yeah, I tried to light it and kind of set up a little studio here so that it's sorry, it's very un-yogic to have my phone here, but this is where I'm DJing the class from. So, okay. Let's sit on your little cushion blanket, whatever you've got, just to elevate your seat so you can sit with a really long spine. And thank you all so much for also, if you filled out the survey about the times of the week and days that work for you, and you'll be hearing, I'll be launching this whole membership kind of thing so that, I want to have as less transaction as possible, and just like you get like unlimited classes and all that. So I'll be rolling out this whole week, so you'll be hearing from me via email. And also after this class, I'll be sending you the playlist for today's class and any other things I mentioned, that resources, the recording for this session, any questions you might have had. I'll try to answer it in this follow-up email, so we can just focus on the yoga today, right? So let's take your hands, fingertips, right behind you on whatever surface you're sitting on, and just imagine the ground is like a sea of chi, prana, and you're drawing it up from the pelvic floor, from the coccyx, and up into your core, into your heart. So just kind of almost levitate a little bit by lifting your seat half an inch off the ground. Just feel that inner lift, up through the core, up into your heart. So just give that kundalini energy a boost, and keeping that lift, ground through the sit bones. And it is the 9 days of the goddess. We're in the second day. So let's just slowly just keep your hands wide as the shoulders. Become aware of your hands as a vibrating, pulsating shower head of prana. And just slowly, and just feel the electricity between your hands as you gather them slowly together. Becoming aware that you are a vibrational, electric being, a spirit having human experiences. We'll just come into the heart and we touch between your brows. And let's take 3 deep breaths, breathing in and up through the central channel. Then exhale, feel the rooting through your sitting bones, that grounding. Inhale. And exhale. Let's breathe in the newness of the day. This brand new day, this never before lived day. Right? Let's interlace your hands in front of the heart, and as you exhale, push the hands forward, round the spine, push all the air out, and enjoy that stretch through your whole back. Both arms up on the inhale. If you can, take the arms behind the ears and open your heart center. Yeah, let's do it a few more times. Exhale to round. Drop your head, relax your neck. Inhale, rising palms up. Spread your heart, take your gaze up. Exhale, round. So it's like not just moving to warm up, but it's also an invocation, right? It's an invocation of the divine Shakti, the divine life energy of the universe. And then let the hands go. Palms face each other. Let me grab, I'm going to be a mirror image to you. So you can grab your right wrist, right? And then lean to your left. Pull it, lift. Drop the shoulders, reach out, drop the shoulders, and then float your left fingertips on the ground for support. Make sure the right sit bone stays rooted and walk it out. Breathe into that delicious stretch of the right side, and then turn the barrel of the ribs to the sky. Take huge circles. Inhale, circling. Exhale it around. Breathe in, open the heart, open the pectorals. Exhale. One more. Try to keep your neck long and supported. Extend both arms, sweep up, and feel the cylindrical form of your torso, right? The 3D nature of your torso, and revolve that cylinder to the right. Twist. Right, take your right hand behind you, left hand on the right thigh, and then draw up and turn. Inhale, feel that the axis of the spiral, and then revolve around it. Let's take another side twist, side bend with a twist in the same direction. So right arm up and just dip. So it's a twist plus side bend now. Breathe, reach. You can pulse a little bit, right? Just kind of prying that whole right side open. And then take the right hand and find your left knee. Opposite hands to knees, cross. All right, make an X, and then drop your head. And just take a few rocking up and down. Nourishing your whole back, and especially the space between your legs, right? Try to get the upper arms to cross really deeply. And then come up with upper arms crossed, forearms crossed, wrists also. See if you can keep your wrist and finger straight, right? As you exhale, recoil in, drop your head. This is a typical yogic arms which integrates the right and left hemispheres, right? Inhale as you rise. All these opposites, right? Going in, introspection, reflection, and then inhale, expansion, expansion. Exhale, draw in. Inhale to rise. And then let's let the arms unwrap and just, again, keep your eyes closed for a moment and just feel, just observe the effect of each asana. So let's switch the arms and grab your left wrist and lean to your right. Breathe. Pull it out, drop the shoulder blades down. Reach out. So this opposition keeps you in that, really in your inner edge in a safe way. Bring your right fingertips on the ground. Reach, 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 reach. As far as you can. Think of your kidneys and your adrenals here, and then circle. Inhale. Exhale. So in these 9 days in India, they celebrate all these forms of goddesses. And different places, different regions in India worship different goddesses. But one goddess I want to honor is, of course, Lakshmi, the goddess of wealth and abundance. Feel the back dimension, feel the side dimension, feel the front dimension as you revolve. Take your fingertips behind you, breathe in and revolve. And it's the 3 main forms of goddess. Feel the rising, revolving. So there's Lakshmi, goddess of abundance, material as well as spiritual abundance and purity. Take your left arm up and twist. And then there's the goddess of wisdom, eloquence, flow, creativity. I love this goddess. Her name is Saraswati. Right, so feel that energy of Saraswati flow through you. Grab your opposite knee, drop your head and pulse it. Relax your brain, relax your face, relax your jaws. Getting the upper arms across well, let's intertwine. And then rise. Let's rise in celebration. You are the embodiment of all these forms of energies. Inhale, rise. And I think it's a great time to really just celebrate that. Now you are the embodiment of Lakshmi, Saraswati. And the third goddess, you can unwrap your arms, is Durga. Durga, right, the goddess of courage, the goddess of resilience, the goddess of the warrior goddess. Right, we need that warrior spirit so much. Let's do this whole thing one more time now. We're going to grab the elbow now. A little bit more shoulder stretch and lean again to your left. Breathe. Feel free to pulse it. Open the armpit, open the whole arm, the back of the arm, the triceps. And again, twist. A little faster now. Take the arm that's on the floor to the sky and twist. Lean. Exhale, hand finds the opposite knee. Drop your head. Pulse. Playfully, joyfully. Now intertwine your arms. So I have my left arm on top, you have your right arm on top. And this time, let's go in a circle. Right? Doesn't matter which way, but I'm going to my right ear, all the way up. And just feel all those in-between muscles underneath the blades. Open up, drop your head. Take it super slow and try to hit all the points along the circumference of the circle. We hold so much tension in the shoulders, right? It's the organ of responsibility. So let the arms rise, let the arms unwrap. Now, let's take your hands behind you again and then uncross your legs. So stretch your legs in front of you and let the back of your knees breathe. I'm going to turn myself sideways so you can see. Okay? So your hands are behind, you can walk them a little further back. Being on the fingertips or palms doesn't matter, but so you can roll it up. Just blast your heart lungs open and breathe into those open lungs, open heart, and then flex your feet. So we're working your feet as well, and round. A very fluid sequential movements from the tailbone, lumbar spine, thoracic spine, cervical spine, breathe to the peak, and then exhale, flex round. Okay, so Vata is very drying, so we're trying to lubricate the spine. Good, open heart, open lungs, exhale, flex round. Let's do one last time. And this time we're going to rise, and then maybe flatten your hands right? If you have wrist issues, maybe this is not for you, but lift your hips. Breathe. Great. And then engage your core a moment and come to boat. Navasana with knees bent. Just kind of beginning to awaken the core. Just pulse it back and lift it up. Breathe in, easy neck. It's just in your lower belly. Right? Just last one. Just a tease, right? Cross your legs, the other leg on top, and then return to facing front. Let's do the whole thing to the other side. Last of this seated warm-up. Right? So grab your left elbow and breathe into the tricep shoulder stretch. Extra deep breaths. And then twist to your left. Taking it a little more rhythmically, left arm up, and dip. Let the hand find your knee. Drop your head, give in to gravity, you don't need to look at me. Intertwine, upper arms, forearms, rise. Now let's playfully take it, I'm going to take it to my left ear, it doesn't matter which way, but I'm going to go both ways. So exhale, drop your head. Like the sun rising, like the dawn of the new age rising. Right. Exhale all the way down. Inhale. Just let the arms unwrap and just observe how you feel. Just this much. And then take your hands behind. One more time. Extend your legs in front of you. Flex the feet. And again, those undulating dandasana. Round on the exhale. Push the air out like through the heels. Inhale. Articulate. Blast the heart chakra. Open the throat open. Exhale. Flex round. Drop your head. Inhale. It's like a celebration feeling. I'm alive. It feels great. Exhale. Core strength. Drop your head. Inhale. Rise. Now, you can press into the heels and lift your hips. If it's too much on the wrist, maybe this will help. Right? Bending your knees. Whichever way you do it. Lift, lift, lift. Breathe, breathe, breathe. And perch on your sit bones. Feet up. Good. And then if you want to take it all the way down, if you got strong lower back, then you can do this. However you want to do it. You can keep it small or make it big. Last time. Igniting some of that warrior fire. Cross your ankles. Let's circle both arms up. Pull that ray of energy down. Touch the third eye. Touch your heart center. Let the breathing calm and just come to a still point for a moment. Feel the dynamic, pulsating still point. This is your point of attraction and want to be high vibrational. So let's invoke the goddess energy, and I'm going to give you a short mantra. And so this, I want us to really practice the yoga tradition. So this is a very short mantra that really invokes all the goddesses all at once. Very efficient. Right? So it goes Om Para Shakti Namaha. Para means beyond. Right? That energy which is beyond everything. Shakti. To that energy I bow. Om. We'll do it. Let's do it 5 times together. Om Para Shakti Namaha. 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 Let's do a collective Om together. Om. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. We always chant Shanti 3 times because one for the body, one for the emotions, right? One for our mind, and super consciousness is always peaceful, so we don't need Om Shanti for that. So let's come on to all fours and let's go into our downward facing dog. And I'm playing the Lakshmi mantra as we do this. So let's go. Open your fingers wide. Think of like sucking the energy from your palms and wrists up into your core, downward dog. Let's do a few tread. Heels up, inhale. And take the heels up and bend your knees and really send your hips way far away from your ribs. And then slow treading. One heel down. Just waking up all the nerve endings of the soles of the feet. Because there is a map of the whole body in the soles of your feet. Back to downward dog. And we're going to undulate this down dog. We're going to lift your heels and round your back like a cat and roll it out. Shoulders over your hands, and then back to bent knees, downward dog, hips to the sky, drop your head. Let's do it twice more. Roll it out. Inhale your way forward. And as you exhale, bend your knees, open your heart towards your thighs, and slowly straighten your legs against the open heart. One more time. Let me see you all do it, so I'm just going to come to the camera close. Roll it out. Yeah. Back to downward dog. One more time. Inhale, roll all the way out. Come to a plank for me. And then from plank, we're going to let the knees, heart, and chin touch the ground. 8-point pose. Right? Elbows stay in, slithering through. Low cobra, medium cobra, higher cobra. Breathe into the peak. And then round. Round your way all the way to chapas. Let's do this 5 times for a really good warm-up. Elbows wide. Stay really close to the ground. Draw forward through the heart. Touch the peak of crescendo. Exhale, bend your knees around the spine. Chapas. Twice more. And I'll work on the music and what happens. Inhale to rise. There we go. Chapas. Inhale. Cobra. When you come to child pose the 5th time, just stay in child pose. Just begin to take a nice easy sway to your right, sway to your left, and just enjoy the massaging on your hips and knees. And next time your hips sway to the right, we're going to inhale and make a circle, right, curving your waistline to the right, crown of the head to the left, and over to the left. Child pose. Again, try to make as big a circle as you can. And be kind of like a Tai Chi master, being the observer as well as the doer. Observing what's opening, what's tight, what feels good, what you need to watch out for. We'll do 5 circles each direction, getting this outer hips, IT band, sciatic area. After 5, reverse direction and try to sync with your breath. Maybe inhale half the circle. Exhale. Everything is a cycle. It's like the cycle of, creation, sustenance, dissolution, and we're right at the place where dissolution is happening and also creation is happening in our world, right? It's such an exciting time. So, just connecting with this circular energy of the breath. Once you come to chapas, just pause for a moment. Just relax. Maybe turn your palms up. Let's take a collective deep breath, and as you exhale, hide out whatever we've been holding in our cells, in our bodies, consciously or unconsciously, just offering it up, emptying our vessel so that we can become filled up with light, offering it up. It feels so good to empty out and become this tabula rasa. Stretch your arms long, tuck your toes, and rise to down facing dog. And just feel the architectural form of that down dog. Really expand it, lengthen it, ground through the heels, tear the mat apart. Feel that, just make the down dog a full-fledged asana. Right? Great, and then let's take your right leg as high as you can for now. You can open your hip if you like, bend the knee, flex the foot, maybe twirl the ankle. We'll take 3 times. Draw the knee forward to your nose and round. Inhale, open the hip, raise it high. Exhale, knee hovers between your elbows. Round. One more time, open the hip. Plug into your hands. This time as you draw your knee forward, place that foot between 2 hands. So here's where you can use blocks or not if you got it. And inhale, cat-cow. So first, open heart. And try to keep the back leg straight. As you exhale, round. Continue. Inhale. Flowing with Saraswati, the goddess of eloquence, wisdom, creativity. Exhale round. Let's take 3 of these, and after 3, place your back knee on the mat or on the blanket or towel, whatever you've got. And then try both arms up. If you need your hands for support on the floor, on the blocks or on the thighs, feel free. If you can let them up, right? Let's try that, grabbing the left elbow. Right? So the left leg is extended behind you, the left elbow is in your hand. We stretch that whole mega stretch. Breathe. Good morning. Ooh, open it up. Exhale, put your fingertips back on the blocks or the floor, back leg straight, front leg straight. Another waker upper hamstring stretch. And draw this back, square your hips. Root through the back heel if possible. Feel the calf stretch. And take your hands and or blocks further out. And just straight. Let's take 5 deep breaths here. Just want to check your forms here, breathe. Make sure the shoulder blades are lifted out of the ears, gorgeous. Squeeze your legs together and feel that kind of burning feeling in the inner thighs. Ask your front knee to extend a little bit more and lift the muscles just above your kneecap, gorgeous. Now preparing for, actually I'm going to go right into, so you're going to lengthen the crown of the head forward. If you got the block, you can take the block taller and place it behind you. If you don't have a block, just take your hand on the shin, turn it into triangle pose. And then stretch the arm up. Sacred geometry. Take the top arm over the ear and hover. Lift that quad, lift that kneecap, try both arms. Hover. Right, inhale, lift it up. And let's take a reverse warrior. So you're going to bend the front knee, get your back hand on the thigh. Enjoy this crescent moon shape. Exhale, arm, circle it down. Move the blocks out of the way, step back, downward dog. Now let's again do round, undulate your downward dog. Back to bent knees, downward dog. Ride your breath and turn your movements into a song that percolates through your spine. Downward dog. Great. After 3 undulations, it's the other side. Left leg goes up. Tilt your hips. And feel the edge. How high can you raise the hip? How much can you open the hip? Then bend your knee. Twirl the ankle to say good morning to your foot. Exhale, left knee to your nose. Ignite the core. Inhale, leg up. Exhale. Use that core, knee to nose. Inhale. Last time. Exhale, knee to your nose. Place that foot between 2 hands. Use the blocks or no blocks, up to you, and inhale. Let the heart emerge like a sunshine through the windows. Drop your hands around. Inhale. The heart pulls forward, the shoulder blades draw back. Exhale. Third and last. Inhale. So really let the head hang as you round. Now, just feel how deep we can go with the back leg straight, and then ease your knee on the floor, blanket, or towel. Again, hugging your legs together, tug your front heel in, and then feel the strength, and lift that. We're going to bend the right elbow, and grab the elbow and stretch the whole right side. Breathe into this mega stretch of the shoulder, armpit, psoas. It's a great stretch to release the fear channel right in the hip area. And touch the blocks. Raise your back knee. Straighten your front leg. Or go towards straight, I should say. Narrow the distance between hands if needed. And cutting that front hip back. Walk your hands forward, half an inch, a full inch, as far as you can. Go to your inner edge for now, for today. And let's take 5 deep breaths. As you do that, I'm just going to check your form. Open your toes like roots and draw up from those roots through the kneecaps, up through the quads, inner thighs, outer thighs, into your core. And then if you feel like your stretch is, kind of settling in your body, you can go a little further, walk your blocks and fingertips forward another millimeter or 2 or 3. Good. Preparation for standing asana, trikonasana, triangle pose. Turn your back foot out at 60. Take your left hand either on the block in the tall end or on the shin ankle, and stretch your right arm to the sky. Again, feel this drawing up through your legs into your core. And take your top arm over the ear. Shoulder blades and arm bones away from the ear, reaching out through the fingertips. Try both arms out, hover. Ooh, inhale, lift it up. And then peaceful warrior. Bend the front knee. You might need to sneak your foot out a little bit, go wider. And exhale, windmill the arms down. Move the blocks out of the way. Downward dog. Let's undulate again, round. Unkink your lower middle upper back. Back to downward dog with bent knees. Keep it going. Roll it up. Inhale. Exhale, downward dog. Unfurl the spine. After 3 rounds of undulating down dog, separate your feet as wide as the mat. Maybe even your toes are off the mat and your heels are at the edge of the mat. And walk your hands back. And listening to your knees, come down slowly into malasana. Squatting pose. Elegant pose. Good. A lot of primitive goddess statues have this kind of a squatting position. Hands in front of the heart. If you need a block to sit on, this is another handy place to use blocks. Right? So just press your elbows against the knees. Lift your heart. Let's do those 3 kind of, just drop your head round. And again, undulate. Snake your way up from the base to the crown. Bowing to Kundalini Shakti, the dormant spiritual energy that is awakening in this time of mass awakening. Bowing, rising energy. Inhale. Okay. On the exhale, let's touch the ground. Spin on your heels. Pivot your feet in. You can heel tail them in. So you're at the back of the mat like this. Grab the Achilles. Elbows to the calves. And slowly move towards straight. Again, listening to your hamstrings. Trying to keep your belly close to your thighs. Bring your forehead towards your shins. Feel that drawing up from the soles into your core. Relax your neck. Maybe shake your head up. No. Shake your head up. Yes. Good. Now bend your knees 90 degrees. Knees over your second toes. Take your hands right on top of the thighs. We're going to round like the cat. And then we're going to arch cat-cow here. Inhale. So I told you we'll do a lot of lubricating movements. So we're going to open the back. Inhale. Open the front. Exhale. Contract the abs. Inhale. Expansion. Last time. Exhale. Drop your head. Now gather your hands through prayer. And stretch your arms all the way up. Stretch your arms all the way straight. Extend your index and thumbs like this with your arms straight. Right? And then lift and lean to your right. Breathe 1. Inhale. Both arms straight, both legs straight. Breathe. Stamp your feet into the mat and come up taller than before. Switch. Lift and lean to your left. Breathe. Deep breaths. Awesome. Back to center. Bring your hands back to your heart. Okay, then let's keep the core strong. Separate your feet a little bit wider and go to chair again. We'll do a kind of a dramatic drop release. So make a little noise. We're going to inhale through the nose, and then as you exhale, it's up and come back. Alright, so inhale, this is control and poise. Exhale, abandon, freedom. Couple more. Exhale, drop it. Back, last time. And drop it. Good. Now from here, interlace your hands. Dive the crown of the head down. Really stretch your shoulders. Relax your neck. Good. Begin to tip forward towards your toes and playfully, carefully but playfully, walk your hands forward to downward dog again. Good, just breathe. Maybe walk your hands a little further forward than it was before to make it challenging. Just stretch your heels down. Now one more time, right leg to the sky. Breathe, higher, higher, higher. Open hip, bend that knee. Try a little figure 8 now. Swoop it across. Inhale, open. Swoop it across. Figure 8 with your legs. Inhale to open the hip. Alright, so it's like you're turning in. Explore the internal rotation and open your head. Now draw the knee to your nose again and lightly step your foot through. Now, if you have knee issues, you can have your foot in a lizard lunge. If your knee's okay, flex your front foot and Chip your knee to the right. See, the little toe edge of the foot is on the mat. You can have your fingertips on the blocks or on the floor. It's an awkward position, that's why it's called the awkward pigeon pose. Look to the right and listen, listen, listen. If it's been a while, just listen, do it slowly. It's like, hello. Massive stretch in the piriformis. Flow like Saraswati with grace, with fluidity. Great. This time bring the sole of the foot to the ground. Bring the back knee to the ground. Untuck your back foot. Extend your front leg. You can flex that foot for accentuating the calf stretch. Again, fingertips on blocks or on the mat. Breathe. And again, it's flow. Exhale, drop your head. Release your neck and brain tension. Roll it up. Lots of flow. Exhale. Let the head hang. So, we often lead with the head in real life, so at least in yoga practice, it's nice to let the breath and the body lead the way. So walk your hands forward and just stretch. Notice the difference between this stretch and the stretch we did before, which we had where we had the back leg straight. Keep drawing from the little toe side, flex those 5 toes back towards you. And so you can walk your fingertips forward, claw it out. Breathe. Hear the sound of your breathing, Ujjayi breath. I'm going to lower the music so you can hear me. That's it, beautiful. One last deep breath here. Shift your weight forward and just in service of Vata, we're going to bring your knees together. Just take a child pose rest for a second, hands by your heels, and just take a moment to observe. Folding up the hips, folding up the knees. Grab your heels and just slowly roll it up to sit. And then as soon as you're up, take your hands behind you. Again, hands accompanied with blocks or not. You can reach the floor without blocks, you don't need them. Lift your hips. And now open to the abundance of Lakshmi. Breathe. Open your heart. The greatest way to attract Lakshmi is just thank you, thank you, thank you for all that is right with my life, all that I have, and thank you, thank you, thank you for all that I anticipate to have in my life, all the good that I anticipate to have in my life. Right? Lower your hips, and let's go straight forward into downward dog again. So last of these warm-ups, left leg up, inhale. Big figure eight. Circle it down. In. Turn it out. Open, open, open. Continue. Exhale it down. Inhale it open. Paint on the canvas of space 3 times. Awesome. After 3, draw your knee forward to your nose. Land that foot right between your hands. And again, so make a decision. If your knee's okay, then you flex the foot. Tilt your foot to the left and get the little toe on the mat. Widen your arms and inhale. Growl like a lion. Look towards your bent knee and slowly dip. Listen, listen, listen to your knee and then roll up. Other side. Listen. The cheek comes close to the earth. Right. Pulsing up and down. Lifting from your core. And let's bring the sole of the front foot down. Ease your back knee down. Untuck your toes in the back. Extend your front leg as best you can. Flex those toes. Walk your hands in and set them on blocks if you need. And let's take a draw the left thigh bone back and lift your heart. Ooh, hamstrings. Exhale, drape. Head down and roll up. Exhale, reach way beyond your toes. Relax your neck, roll up. As you exhale, last time you can walk your hands as far out as you can. Send your blocks far out and breathe. Let's bring regularity, a steadfastness to your breath. Because the breath is the physiological counterpart of our psychology. Right, this steady and even breath creates steady and even mind. When you're ready to come out of this, just shift forward and then bring your knees together, child pose. And in child pose this time, let's walk your hands to the right in a 45-degree angle. Again, just clearing out some of the knotted tension underneath the blades, and just bless it and release it. Now, all these knots and patterns we hold in our physical body, it's like they begin to melt in awareness, because awareness is pure love, pure non-judgmental consciousness, and the thing that created the knot in the first place is also consciousness. So consciousness will merge and dissolve into consciousness as you keep your attention there and breathe and hold the intention to let go, right? So walk the other way, stretch the right arm long, and revolve. Use that left hand on the floor to create a little bit more twist, right? A little bit more tug. So draw that right hip back. Beautiful. Listen to the ujjayi sound. Rest your awareness on the space between breath and breath. Gorgeous. Back to child pose, straight arms. Tuck your toes. Rise back up to downward dog. And let's take a slow walk to the front edge of your mat. Just feel the texture of your mat all the way forward. Bend your knees. Embrace the calf keys. One more time, Uttanasana. Letting your neck go. Shake it out, no. Shake it out, yes. Spread your toes to embrace the mat. Feel the intelligence in your feet, right? Now let's rise like condors or phoenix out of the ashes. Arms wide, fly back up slowly. Gather your prayer. Take a back bend and bring it down to your heart at the head of the mat. Beautiful. Hands by your thighs. If you need a little sip of water, feel free to have a little sip. We'll go into our Surya Namaskar flow. So let's make sure you're standing on your 2 feet, core engaged. Open your heart, like keep the core strong underneath it. Maybe grab your skull and just lift the skull off the top of the spine. And let's look straight ahead into the horizon. So Surya A twice. You know Sun Salute A. So inhale, reach out. Breathe. Feel that phoenix energy. Exhale, gather prayer. Fold, drape, down. Bend your knees to look forward. Inhale. Engage your core, step it or jump it. It's up to you. Plank. Right. Exhale, chaturanga. If you want to work your upper body, or come to the floor. Right. You can do cobra or upward dog. You got choices. Downward dog. 3 breaths. Deep breath in, long breath out. Breathe in, tear the mat apart. Right. Bring the breath all the way to the bottom of your lungs. Empty, empty, empty. Now heels up, gaze forward, bend your knees. Again, walk it or jump it to the head of your mat. Inhale. Start with bent knees and slowly extend your legs as you open your heart. Exhale, embrace. Rise like a phoenix. Inhale, arms wide. Gather up, hands to prayer, and ground your energy. Let's do one more just like that. Inhale. Lift, open your heart. Exhale, prayer, hands down. Bow. Gaze forward, inhale. Step it or jump it. Exhale, elbows touch the waist. Inhale. Breathe into joy. Downward dog. Deep breath in. Exhale long. Connect with the electricity pulsating through every cell. Feel your aliveness. Now heels up, gaze forward. Draw the seat back as a wind back. And then release that and spring forward or walk forward. Inhale, open your heart. Exhale. Again, you can bend your knees to start, but slowly extend those hamstrings. Feel the toes, embrace the mat. Reverse swan dive. Exhale, draw from above, ground the energy. Look straight ahead and feel your steadfastness. Now Sun Salute B with a variation. Inhale, touch the earth, send it up. Breathe, lift the abs. Sink a little deeper. Lift from the core. Sink a little deeper still. This time it's swan dive. Bowing. Gaze all the way to your belly button. Inhale, look forward. Place your hands, step or jump. Again, chaturanga or go to the floor. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. Adho Mukha. All 10 fingers lift up. Now right leg up, nice and high. Breathe in. Exhale, pull the knee to your nose. Try to land that foot right between your hands. Now angle the back heel in at 45 degrees. Let's take your hands on the hips this first time to set up the architectural base of Warrior One. Square the hips. Feel the sacred architecture. Breathe 1. Go a little deeper. Breathe 2. Now interlace behind your back. Pull the hands up and away from your hips and your back. Right? Feel the back bend a little bit. Inhale. Maintain stability. And fold. Drop your head 1. Breathe. Drop your head 2. Now unclasp your hands and touch the floor or those 2 blocks. Extend your front leg. Again, hamstring stretch, a familiar place. Again, just take a moment. Just giving you moments of rest here. So you can feel grounded, not rushed. And then another architectural form. One more time, triangle pose. Turn the back foot out a little bit more, maybe 60 degrees. And extend your top arm. Fingertips on the ankle, shin, block, or the floor. Again, reach out. Both arms out, hover. Bring it up. Now it's like turn your palms away and push the air down. Really feel this really square hips, grounded place of Warrior Two. Gaze over your right fingertips. Breathe. Lift the abs, sink your hips. Okay, let's take your left hand on the hip and take a reverse warrior. Good. So if you're feeling not ready for Ardha Chandrasana, you can go back to triangle pose. But if you can go for it, step your block and your hand out. Try to extend. Breathe. I know it's been a while, so if you fall, you fall. Just take it as part of the fun of the practice. Breathe. Maybe some of you are feeling strong enough to maybe bend the top leg and grab it. Maybe you want to test your balance. Just see where you are. Breathe. Keep breathing. I'm going to land with bent standing leg. And so you can go to Parsva Konasana. Hand on the floor, elbow on the thigh, or hand on the block. Okay, 3 places. So we got the block here, or elbow here. And stretch the top arm open. 3 circles again. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe. Circle. This time, wrap your arm behind you, or if you're feeling ambitious, you can take a double bind. If you're feeling ready for it, if you don't feel ready for it, respect your body and just keep it here. Breathe wherever you are. Roll the heart open to the sky. Root into that back leg. Now we take an easy exit. Thank God. Release your arms. Face the front. Lift the back heel. Switch the arm and reach your right arm up. Ease the back knee to the ground. Now you may find that block handy to elevate your hand and see if it's possible to grab the foot. If this is too much for today, we're going to come down to the elbow on the floor or block, so you can rest here. Or if you're feeling enjoying this quad stretch, stay here 3 breaths. And pull the foot in with your hand. Yes, roll the heart to the sky. Open your chest to the sky. Lift out of that bottom shoulder. Breathe. Nice. Feel that open heart. Great. Exhale. Just bring both hands on the ground. Okay, let's do the first time. Just back knee up. You can move off the blocks and just step it back, down dog. And again, little undulation. Roll it out. Inhale. Exhale, down dog. Roll it out. Inhale. Exhale, down dog. This time, roll it out. Come all the way to the ground, elbows touching the waist, all the way down, all the way down, all the way down. Take your hands behind you. Extend your arms towards your feet, straight arms. Palms facing down. Untuck your toes. Now, slightly bend your elbows so you can press the hands on the mat and lift your collarbones away from the floor. Now, raise both your heart and legs. Inhale, legs up, chest up, energy up. Breathe. Good. And then extend your arms. Breathe 1. Inhale. Breathe 2. Lift, lift, lift. Good. Hands on the ground, feet on the ground. Pick up upward dog. Downward dog. Couple breaths just to center. Breathe. Ground through the heels. Inhale. Feel your stamina. Let's try left leg. Inhale. Nice and high, nice and open. Draw the knees through towards your face and step it forward. Angle your back heel down, creating heel to heel alignment. Hands on the hips. Square the hips. And feel the aspirational vertical line of Warrior One. Let's stay here for a moment. Breathe. Invoke your warrior. Sit a little deeper. Lift. Sit. Lift, sit now. Interlace behind your back. Open your heart in celebration and fold. Diving your head down. Raising your hands up. Breathe 1. Relax. Breathe 2. Relax. Breathe 3. Release your hands onto the mat or blocks. Extend your front leg. Change the configuration of your legs. So you can extend your front leg. You can shorten your stance. And drape in hamstrings. And use this like a little rest. Breathe. Taking moments in your movement vinyasa practice to feel the flow, to become the witness to the flow, to receive the biofeedback. And then open for triangle pose again. Open the angle of your back foot. Left hand on ankle, shin, or block. And open the top arm to the sky. You can have that aspirational reach. And then take your arm over the ear. Both arms hover and feel your strength and length. Come up, inhale. Drop this right hip, square the hips, and then push the earth down, going wider and deeper, feeling your strength. Right hand on the hip, preparation for Ardha Chandra. So if you can attack it, and reach back, reach for the block or the floor. 1, 2, 3, shift your weight and extend the leg. Let's flex the foot that's up. Okay? You can extend the right arm to the sky, like a kite catching wind, or if you're feeling confident, you can bend both knees and grab the right foot and draw the heel close to the hip for a quad stretch. Or not take the variation. It's totally up to you. Maybe balance, maybe the left hand gets lighter. Test, test. Breathe. We land in partial konasana. Bent left knee 90 degrees. Left hand, elbow on thigh, hand on block or hand on floor. And again, create this diagonal geometric shape. Circle this top arm, breathing. And drop your hip low enough so it's an unbroken line from right heel to fingertips. And then you can take this third circle into a bind, hook fingers between waist and thigh, or connect hands. Wherever you are, listen to your edge, breathe. Yes, open your chest, lean the heart back, that's it. Face up, chest up, nice. On. Release, this is the rescue movement. Nice, circle the hands forward and look straight ahead, unplugging your back heel. Take a lower lunge twist. Merge the back knee gently to the ground. You can be on the fingertips to start, or you have your hand on block. Catch the back foot. If this is not feasible, you can always rest with your forearms on the block. Or wherever you are, I want you to grow the asana. Evolve it, deepen it. Feel that leading edge of thought that is your asana. Beautiful. Let it go. Both hands on the mat. Ready for downward dog. Back knee up. Left leg meets the right. Downward dog. And let's roll it out in undulation. Adho Mukha, downward dog. Ooh, roll it out. Great. So it's up to you, right? You can walk it in or jump it in. Look forward, bend your knees. Hop it or jump it. Hop it or walk it. Inhale, look forward. Embrace yourself. Grab the Achilles. Fold. Calm it down. Ooh, bend your knees. Let's go through chair. Utkat. Rise. Open to abundance. Open to grace. And gather it. Ground it in your body. Breathe. Again, if you need a sip of water, feel free to take it. Stand tall in stillness if you're not taking. Breathe. Last round, I promise. So, twisting. Let's do some twists. Inhale, Utkatasana. Right hand, thumb on the hip crease. Take your left shoulder, if you can, across your knee. palms together, and turn your belly. So this left knee always wants to come forward. You're going to slide that hip and knee back, and that turn from the square base. Some of you can extend your arms if you're feeling that longing to expand. Drop your seat. Both arms up, other side. Left thumb on the hip crease, cross it over. And open your heart. So it's an elbow to elbow is one vertical line. Try to get your hand from your armpit into the center of your chest. Breathe, smile, that always helps. Expand. I know, full-on yoga is hard work. It's tapasya. It's austerities. All right, and then just fold. Heel toe, the feet apart. Drape, shake it out. Enjoy the waterfall. Let's take an easy down dog. Step, step. Something should be easy in life. Roll it out, undulating to a plank. Halfway or all the way down. Enjoy a swooping up and upward dog. Downward dog. Breathe. Oxygenate. Revel in the flow. This is the last round. Right leg up. Inhale. Exhale. Step it through. Rise to warrior one. One more time. Interlace. Lift the back heel. Unplug it. Okay, so this is low lunge now, not warrior one. Pitch forward. Stay here for stability. Or try warrior three. Breathe. Breathe. Maybe straighten the standing leg if you're feeling strength. Breathe. Get long. Lift the abs. Now land back in warrior one. Unclasp your hands and raise both arms. So again, choice here. You can just take your right hand on the hip and take it over. Or if you want a little challenge, try binding your hands. Right? If you've had enough challenge, then you can skip this one. Right? So you can go forward with the arm bound or keep your arm long. Left hand goes on the block, on the floor. If you're really open and practice, cross your wrist to the outside of the foot and twist. Right arm goes up. Ground through your back heel. Cut the right hip back. Everyone take your right hand on the left hip. And you kind of like, instead of collapsing this hip, lift this up and then re-extend your arm. Breathe one, inhale. Breathe two. Try the top arm over the ear so you have a horizontal line from hip to fingertips. And then take a drape. Relax your neck, let it go. Let's take an easy transition. Lift the back heel, wiggle it back, wiggle it back, wiggle it back. Go back down into a low lunge. Let's keep the toe stuck with the knee on the ground. And then raise both arms, Anjaneyasana. Right palm on the outer thigh. Thigh pushes against hand. Take a deep breath to really lengthen this whole side. And take the lengthened side across. Try to get the armpit on the outer knee. Hands together. And then extend your back leg. Breathe. One. Open your heart. Breathe. Two. And again, if you're feeling a longing for expansion, you can open your arm or bind the arms. You got choices. So wherever you are, let it be perfect. Breathe. Stabilize. Open. Great. Unwind out of the pose gracefully as you can. Back knee down. One more time. Front leg extended. Those of you who want to go a little deeper, totally optional. So if you're not feeling ready on this first session, please respect your body and you can just hang here. If you want to go for the split, right leg goes forward. Tuck your back foot, and back knee walks back. The block walks back with you. Right heel, left knee, walk the hands back. So breathe wherever you are. Breathe. Okay, so maybe some of you are ready to extend your arms, maybe hands stay on the ground. Breathe into the edge without harming yourself, right? Listen to your body. We'll always practice ahimsa, non-violence, and satya. Satya is truth, self-honesty. Very important. One more time, cha pose. I know it's going to get messy with the mat coming with you, but take a cha pose, rest. Take your arms wherever they feel comfortable. Hands under your forehead, hands by your heels. Just rest and observe, appreciating this moment. Gaze into the third eye. Connect with every cell that's becoming more and more alive. Grab your heels when you're ready and roll it up to sit. Again, this is where having a little padding for your knees might help. Just come up to your kneeling. We'll just do a preparation for Ustrasana. We'll do the full one next time. So let's just take your hands on the hip crease. Engage your core. Feel the quads, hamstrings strong. Lift your whole body out of the legs and then just pitch back. A few pulses. Pitch back. Feel the abs. Great. And then stretch both arms up. Let's take your hands on the lower back and just brush the buttocks and the lower back skin down and just lift your heart. I'm open to abundance. I'm open to the richness of the experience of contrast in life. Breathe. Good. Lift the core. Place your hands on the mat. Down and facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Just feel the stability today. Today we're trying to pacify and calm the Vata. So left leg high. Inhale. Last side of the last round. Step it forward. Warrior one. Back heel anchors. Rise. Interlace behind your back. Keep the core strong and just establish that open heart. Underneath the open heart, igniting the core, lift the back heel. Pitch forward. I feel the line and stay here if you did so on the other side, or push off. Just notice you dial the outer right thigh down if you raise your leg. Kneecap points to the floor. Breathe into this horizontal line. Breathe, breathe, strength, length. Land soft. Both arms up. Breathe. Again, if you like the shoulder stretch, you can grab the right elbow, take a Gomukhasana bind here, or just keep your left hand on the hip and slice across. Right hand on the block, floor, or cross it over to the little toe side. This really changes the center of balance, so be careful here. Open the top arm, breathe. Pull this hip back. Right? This is a really tricky pose to square your hips. So let's take this top hand, drop it to your right hip, grab the right hip and lift it up. And then re-square your hips. Breathe. Nice again. If you needed to bend your front knee, little by little work towards straightness. Keep smiling. Breathe out. You can take the top arm to the sky and over the ear. Sacred geometry. Touch the ground. Just take a little breather. Shake it out. Release your neck tension. Unplug your back heel and wiggle it back. Anjaneya, toes stay tucked, knees come to the ground, both arms up. Let's celebrate the last of these deep poses. So right arm whips across. Try to get the armpit to the outer knee. Right, palms together. And then there's another moment where you try to finagle the belly over, opening your heart. And if you're ready, we extend the leg. And if you're not ready, just respect and honor that. Breathe wherever you are. You can extend your arm if you did so. Right? Maybe take the bind if you did so. Wherever you are, open your chest. It's hard, I know, to breathe in this deep twist, so you have to make an extra conscious, decision to just breathe fully. All right, use your abs, float out of it. Burning leg. Tuck your back foot, extend your front leg. Hamstring stretch in Ardha Hanuman, or take the full Hanumanasana. Find your blocks. So I recommend starting at actually tall dimension and wiggle this foot forward. Tuck your back foot, walk it back. Walk the blocks and hands back. Left foot forward, step one. Back knee back, step two. Take the block back or change the level of the blocks. Repeat, step one, step two, blocks. Breathe. Squeeze your thighs. You can keep your hands on the floor to your heart or extend them up. And if you're in Ardha Hanuman, just don't feel FOMO. Be in the moment. Be fully present to whatever your asana is right now. Let's take it back to child pose. And let's relax for a moment, hands by your heels or palms under your forehead. And just observe. Smooth out the currents of your breath. Relax the temples, relax behind your eyes. Become aware of your seeing. See your seeing. And then swing your hands to your heels as you roll it up to sit. Let's try the full Ushtrasana if it's okay for your back today. So let's come up to your knees. Put a little padding under your knees if you're sensitive. Separate your knees about a hip width wide. And then tuck your toes to make this a little easier. Gives you more stability and also gives you a little bit of a 3-inch advantage. Lift the abs, hands again on the thighs. Just again, prime the quads and the hamstrings because the legs must be very active in all back bends in order to protect your back. Let's interlace your hands, maybe with a non-dominant finger on top, and just lift like crazy. Lift. And then take your hands on the small back as we did before and just lift like crazy out of the lower back. Stay here if this feels like the best, safest place to be. And if you want to go further, if you know it's not a strength for you, catch your heels. Just take 5 deep breaths. Breathe in. Om Parashakti Namaha. Oh, universe, universal mother, I open to you. I invoke you. Breathe, receive me. Right? And then coming back. Let's come forward onto your forearms and then onto your belly and then enjoy the floor. How's that? The palms under your forehead. And just relax. Rock your heels and hips side to side and just release any gripping in your lower back, buttocks, thighs. And just, this is a good place to observe and check to see if you're breathing in the yogic way, which is really involving the diaphragm. So as you inhale, your belly should push into the ground. And as you exhale, the belly pulls away from the ground. Breathe in. And this kind of breathing brings this parasympathetic nervous system, it activates the parasympathetic nervous system. So you're in a relaxed and alert place. Okay, tuck one of your foot toes under and extend that thigh away from the hip. Okay, straighten the leg and move the thigh back away from the hip. Do the same with the other side. Lengthen the front of the hips as much as you can. Great, and then let's prepare for the back bend, the Dhanurasana. And if you have back issues, lower back issues, sciatica, slip disc, anything like that, then do it with legs straight. You don't need to grab your ankles. So if your back is okay, bend your knees, flare your toes and grab 1 inch below your toes. Let's grab it the traditional way from the outside first. Imagine you're squeezing a block between your thighs and then try to straighten your legs as you squeeze the invisible block. Rock forward on the exhale. Try to straighten your legs, making your arms into a bowstring. Few rocks. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Hug your thighs together. Exhale. Inhale. Lift everything, everything, everything. Good. Exhale. Let's turn your cheek to the right and squeeze both heels into your buttocks. Breathe. Good. And release your legs. And let's again return to palms under your forehead. Just observe for a moment. Today, because the intent is to pacify Vata, we're just taking lots of these breaks to meditate, mini meditation, become the observer, give your body a chance to, just learn from the observation of the effects of the asanas. Let's try it one more time, and this time, if you're okay with it, turn your palms and elbow crease pointing out, right, this way. So a lot of times I see like weird turning of the, so it's elbow crease and palms both facing, and then grab the little toe side this way, right? And do the same. Palm faces out, grab the big toe side, and hug your thighs in, and then 5 rocks. Just gonna check you guys, and just make sure your arms are not twisted. Inhale, extend your legs, lift your heart, open to a bow. Exhale, rock forward. Inhale, rock back. Use the power of your legs. Try to squeeze the knees together like you're squeezing a block. Breathe. And see if you can like perch at the end. Open, extend, breathe. Ooh, and exhale, palms under forehead. Beautiful. All right, so let's take your hands right underneath your shoulders. Hug your elbows in and tuck your toes, straighten your legs. So legs are very active, knees are off the ground. And then also try to engage your core against your lower back. Can you pick up your plank right from here? And then downward dog. And use the downward dog to neutralize your spine. If you need to bend your knees and lengthen your hips up, do that. Create lots of space. That's it. Drop your head, relax your neck. Breathe. Awesome. And I think it might feel good to do just a couple of undulations. So again, lift your heels round your back so you release any contraction out of your lower back and back to downward dog. A few massaging, rolling out from downward dog into plank. Riding your breath. Great. And then after 3 of those, and you can take your right leg. It doesn't have to be way up high. It doesn't have to be a whiz bang, one-legged down dog. But let's take it to a pigeon pose. Right shin across your mat. And I hope if anybody has issues with their knee, you can take a reclining version of this. This is the classic position. Knee is pretty much in alignment of your hips. It can be a little bit out, and you want to try to square the hips. Now you can have your block underneath your hips. You need to modify, you can modify in this way if this bothers your knees. Let's breathe. And then lift the abs. Be light on your hands. Try not to sink. We just did a back bend, so I think you'll be primed. If it's possible, catch the foot. And again, if it's not for you today, please skip it. Listen to your body. All right, maybe. Right hand comes to your heart. Maybe not. Check, check. Maybe, the right arm can go up. And if you can go that far, maybe you can connect your hands. Just check without straining. Breathe and square the hips. Square the hips. Whew. All right, let that go. Come on to forearms. Grab the front end of your mat and use it like a prop. And you're going to wiggle back, slide back, slide back. Stretch your arms long. Or if you prefer, rest your forehead on the back of your piled up palms. And again, breathe. Lots of breaths today, lots of chances to just take stock. Great, let's come off your hands. And then we'll go into Gomukh Asana. So right knee slides to the left. Right, left knee slides to the right. Right, see that move? So right knee to the left knee to the right. Cross your thighs. And again, you might need the blanket, block, whatever, to sit on in Gomukh Asana. So you probably, you have your right leg on top. So I am not in mirror image to you now, but try to get that right hip down. So it's always the opposite arm to the leg. So if you have your right leg on top, it's your left arm that goes up. Right? So I'm not in mirror image to you. So left arm goes up, and then try to bind. If this again feels too much on your shoulders, you can skip it. You can just keep your hands here, right? So you got choices. So, but this is the shebang, full version of the pose, classic version. You're gonna just tip forward degree by degree. Just listen as you proceed. Listen, proceed. It's a lot today, all at once, I know. So if you need to undo your bind and take your hands to the floor, feel free. Just serve your body in the way it needs to be served today. Drop your head. And try to ground your hips. A couple more breaths. Breathing into the inner edge. Talking to it. Coming up slowly. Ooh, release the arms. Do a little Vegas style shimmy. Breathe, observe. Alright, let's try the other side. So just come forward. I just lift your butt off, and then you should be able to uncross, and go to a downward dog. Okay? Go to a downward dog. Simply other side. So left leg goes up, inhale, and then take your shin across the mat. try to keep this front foot flexed. It helps to protect this knee. And then square the hips. The back knee is not pointed up, but it's rolled down to the ground. It should be right behind you, not to the side. Try to lift out of the lower back. Right? Fingertips can support you, but really you want to feel like you can lift from the core strength and catch the back foot if you did it to the other side. If you're not doing this fine, just take an inspirational lifted heart, long neck, make it your own. Any variation of this, maybe hand to the heart, hand above, clasp, it's all beautiful. So just breathe into, it's great to have these choices. That's what makes it your practice, and it's important to know your preference and really own it. Don't feel like if you don't take the choice, you're not doing the full practice. Just be in the fullness of it, right? Whatever you do. Stretch your arms long. Be in the fullness of your breath, of your being's nature. There's also a variation like bringing your hands together in prayer and raising your hands above and behind your head. If you know other variations in pigeon pose, you can do that, but just breathe, expand and deepen your awareness. And we make our way back into Gomukha Asana. So left knee, which is towards the left edge of the mat, we bring it more to the center of the mat, right? And also move it back. The right knee goes more to the left and cross your legs. We try our best to cross the knee over knee and try to get these knees aligned as much as possible. This is a tough pose, I know, and it's really, every time I do it, it's like, wow, I'm so tight. We hold so much in our butts, right? This is like primordial tension, fear center. So it's really good to open this up. And then let's help this bottom, the left hand can be helped by the right hand up the back. So I'm doing kind of just helping this up. And then the right arm can now try to connect. Right? So try to have your arm close to your face and just take a deep breath, breathe into verticality and proceed degree by degree by degree. Let's breathe into your hips, into your lower back, into your shoulders, into your elbows. Receive the biofeedback. Be in the receptive mode, not the pushing mode. And slowly rise. Roll the shoulders. If you got this far, you're a champion. So let's uncross your legs. And let's do that familiar stretch we did. So just have your feet on the ground this time, wrists back, fingers forward, and just lift up. This is like a yay pose. You can do back and forth or circle to the right a few times. Yay! Reverse it. Good. And come to perch in your Navasana. Alright, so I'd like to set up for a shoulder stand. So let's come out for a second. And if you have a towel or blanket, and you take the folded edge where your neck will go, like this. And if you like doing shoulder stand without a blanket, that's totally fine. And if shoulder stand is not good for you, totally respect that. And alternative to shoulder stand would be just reclining, maybe with the soles of the feet together, knees apart, or any other stretches. You can do a hamstring stretch on the floor. So if shoulder stand is not your thing today, please feel free to take an alternative asana. For those of you who are joining me for shoulder stand, we're going to keep the shoulder blades like an inch from the blanket, inch from the edge of the blanket. Right? So when you go over, it should support your cervical spine. That's the whole point. Right? So if you have like a big fat bun or something right at the nape of your neck, you might want to loosen that or undo that. And then just take a breath to stabilize. And see if you can do a little rocking back and forth. And try going to this halasana. I forgot what this is called. Halasana. Like plow pose. Try interlacing your hands and gathering your arm bones close together. And then you're going to keep lifting your hips, placing your hands as close to your shoulder blades as you can. And then one leg, maybe both legs. And just come off. Check your alignments. Deep breaths. Yeah, good. Try squeezing, crossing one leg around the other, one ankle around the other, and like extracting the length as you lift higher, if you're going for the full pose. Yeah, hook the ankles and lift higher. Try to have the fingers pointing up if you can. Breathe through the nose, steadily and slowly. And when you feel ready, slowly let your toes perch overhead towards the floor. And if you're able to get your toes on the ground, bend your knees next to your ears. And then let's slowly roll it down. Yeah, that's intense, especially if you've been away from yoga for a while. So give your body a chance. And just use your hands as brakes and slowly roll out vertebra by vertebra by vertebra. And let's take a Matsyasana or fish pose as a counter pose. So recline on your back with your hands underneath your thighs and hips. Right? And then when you lie on the floor, we push the elbows down and lift the heart, and then we try to lay the crown of the head on the mat. Right? So let me just demonstrate here. So you might take this blanket away, and then you have your palms under your thighs, elbows under your waist, legs are straight, and we buoy the heart up. And we place just 10% of the weight on the crown of the head. Elbows support most of the weight. There's really not much stress on the neck. Rolling the eyeballs up to the third eye. About 5 breaths. And then we use the elbow support and flip back down. And let the hands brush the lower back open. Let's hug your knees. Everyone, no matter whether you did shoulder stand or not, just embrace your knees into your chest. And just circle 3 times clockwise and 3 times counterclockwise, nourishing your lower back. Right. So, and then holding on to your shins, take a full breath. As you exhale, curl up and grab your heels. Just exhale, exhale, exhale. Every bit of hold there out. And then let's stretch your legs long. Tuck your shoulder blades under and set yourself up for the long-awaited Shavasana. So make yourself super comfortable and feel free to make micro adjustments in the first few minutes, but then I want you to really become still. Tuck your shoulder blades under. Maybe if you have something to cover your eyes, feel free to do that. Let's take a collective deep, deep breath with every pore of the skin. And let out a big smiling ah. Deep, deep breath in. And ah. It's bliss of letting go. The bliss of trusting the process of life. The bliss of trusting the deepest part of us that just knows everything is all right in my world. All is well in my universe. I am supported. I am guided to becoming a more expansive, freer, more abundant being, creating my reality moment by moment, day by day. Just breathing in a big thank you, breathing out gratitude, breathing in gratitude, breathing out gratitude. Just feeling this cycle of never-ending upward spiral of gratitude and receiving, gratitude and receiving. This is what the Divine Feminine is all about, right? Unconditionally forgiving, unconditionally compassionate, unconditionally accepting presence of the Mother. It's in every culture. Just feeling that warm embrace from within. that I envision, all that I long for. Just know that what you're asking for is given in the moment vibrationally. Spend more time in receiving mode, in gratitude mode, and envisioning mode. Let's place one hand on the belly, one hand upon the heart. Take a full breath. Breathing in, newness. Becoming alive into this newness. Let's bring your hands to touch. Touch your thumbs right between your brows, opening that third eye. Breathing in, new awakening. When you're ready, interlace your hands, stretch your legs, stretch your arms. Open the right side, left side. Get super long. And then point your toes. Embrace your knees firmly into your heart. And let's take an easy roll over to your right. Just spend a moment in fetal position. Just enjoy that nourishing position of the fetus in the womb. Feel that cosmic amniotic sac around you, right? And it's like when you rise off the floor, it's like a new birth, pushing into your hands. Come up to sit. And it's, time flies. So if you're able to stay with me just a couple more minutes, let's close with a short meditation. So if you like, touch your index and thumbs. And if you want the grounding, you can have your palms down. If you want more receptivity, palms up. And I recommend just try to have your knees a little bit lower than your hips. So maybe elevate your hips on the blanket or block and relax your shoulders down. Let's close your eyes. Gaze into the doorway between your brows, and let's take a nice slow breath. And just feel this pulsating doorway in between your brows. Entering it, stepping into it. And really experiencing that you are a vibrational being living in the sea, this infinite ever-evolving sea of vibration. The mat under your body is vibrating. The air around you is vibrating. And out of the crown of your head, there's massive vibration, like antenna, a satellite dish, right? Open to the universe. And you just connect with that something great. Maha Shakti, Para Shakti. Creative force of the universe. Just feel that scintillating, high frequency energy of the goddess, of the Devi, trickling down, right? Making the hairs on the back of your neck stand with this high vibration, touching all the synapses of your brain, charging your cerebral spinal fluid with high frequency energy, releasing all the happy chemicals. And feeling that wave after wave of bliss, ananda, right? Waves of bliss, ananda taranga, spread throughout your whole body. And you are in your vortex, the vibrational vortex, the leading edge of creation and attraction. Just opening in receptivity, gratitude. And from this place of absolute alignment with your creative power, just send a prayer for planet Earth, for your loved ones, for society, for the homeless people, for nature, for Mother Earth, and for ourselves. Let's close, bringing your palms together. Well, the universal mantra is called Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. It means, may all beings be happy and find freedom. So I'll chant it if you want to chant it silently or with me. Om Loka Samastahat Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Lokahat Samastahat Sukhino Bhavantu. Lokahat Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. So I bow to each and every one of you. Thank you so much for joining me this morning, and I wish you a gorgeous day. And if you have any questions, I'll hang around a little bit, a few minutes longer, but I will send you the playlist, even though a lot of the times we had no music, but I figured you might want to have a playlist for your practice, and I'll reach out to you with the rollout of the new schedule and the membership and all of that. So thanks so much, and wish you a gorgeous, soulful Sunday. Namaste. Open your mics and just let me know how that was for you. And
it was so good. I so enjoyed it.
How do you feel? I hope you feel good.
So good to see you again. Tomorrow.
Lots of love, lots of love. Missed you all, and it's just such an amazing. I mean, it's crazy, but it's also amazing. It's both yin and yang. So let's mitigate the dangers and seize the opportunity and keep thriving and growing. So thanks so much, and thanks for joining me, Juan. And yeah, so have a beautiful Sunday, and I'll reach out to you with more, hopefully more regular practice. So lots of love. Have a beautiful day. Take care.
Bye, Chris Bowles. See you later.
Bye, Lisa. Bye, Juan. Bye, Kathleen. Thanks for joining me. Take care, Taylor.